Liza Soberano heartbroken over her business closure. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Liza Soberano heartbroken over her business closure. Let's get right into it. The beauty and wellness sectors have been greatly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2020, Liza Soberano, a notable figure in the industry, had to temporarily close her spa business, Hand & Foot Wellness Centre, due to the pandemic. She shared in an online press conference in August with PEP.PH and other outlets. Unfortunately, Hope Wellness hasn't been able to reopen. The pandemic has been challenging for us. However, Liza and her team aren't giving up. They're brainstorming how to adapt to the evolving situation. As we anticipate returning to operations under the general community quarantine, we're exploring how we can still provide our signature relaxing spa experience, all while ensuring that we meet the new safety standards, Liza remarked. To support their employees during the closure, Liza and her partners have offered financial assistance. Liza's passion for wellness is evident. Her spa has two locations, one in Quezon City and another in Muntinlupa City, which had its grand opening in December 2019, shortly before the pandemic lockdowns. Liza has always been an advocate for self-care. In a previous interview with PEP.PH, she said, "I've always loved the rejuvenation a spa brings. Having worked since I was 12, visits to the spa are my personal me time. This passion made starting my own spa business a natural choice. It's not just a business, it's something I deeply cherish." Given the increased downtime during the quarantine, Liza has embarked on an exciting digital journey, creating her very own YouTube channel. Liza, a renowned Capamilya actress, shared that her foray into the world of vlogging was inspired by her manager, Augie Diaz. She said, "I've been focusing more on YouTube because I've always been a fan of vloggers. Right now, I'm a fan of Ashley aka Best Dressed or your mom Ashley. Those are some of the vloggers or YouTubers that I enjoy watching." Throughout the quarantine period, the thought of crafting her own content emerged. She confessed, "During the course of quarantine, I never imagined I'd start vlogging. Personally, I've always felt more articulate in writing than speaking out loud. However, I recognize that while writing is powerful, it might not always capture genuine emotions as effectively as video. This revelation, combined with Tito Ogie's encouragement, made me decide to give YouTube a shot." Although enthusiastic about her new venture, Liza didn't dive into it without reservations. Always valuing her privacy, starting a channel was a significant step for her. She said, "I'm still trying to get better at it." The actress, often recognized for her beauty, further explained, "I'm finding enjoyment in this new medium. It's allowing me to connect with my fans in a way I've never done before. Historically, I've been reserved and prefer to keep personal matters private, but perhaps now is the right time for a change." This young 22-year-old sensation also conveyed an underlying realization. With the changing times and avenues of communication, she needed to adapt. She expressed, "I'm reaching a point where I'm gaining confidence in my own skin. Earlier, I'd cringe seeing myself on large displays or televisions. I'd usually switch channels. Now, I'm learning to embrace and accept myself more." Liza, while reflecting on her experiences during the quarantine, shared a heartfelt confession. She said, "When I watch myself, I notice these little flaws about myself, and I hate it, but I learned a lot about myself over the course of quarantine, and I guess that's also what pushed me to start vlogging." In addition to the enlightening journey of vlogging, Liza discovered another passion, cooking. The quarantine period transformed her kitchen into a hub of activity, where she delighted in preparing meals for her loved ones, especially during important celebrations. The actress took on the culinary mantle, ensuring birthdays were celebrated in style, even amid the pandemic. When discussing these celebrations, she shared, "It was different because usually we eat out at restaurants, and, of course, this time we couldn't do that. It was different, but not any less meaningful. Actually, even more so because it was an opportunity for us to bond and have conversations with each other." She further elaborated on the changes. "We celebrated at home. I actually cooked for all of those birthdays. We made homemade cakes. Like I was just saying, it was different, but just as meaningful, because now we have the opportunity to just sit down, have real conversations with each other, reflect also at the same time, and realize what we're grateful for, and how we're privileged in so many ways." Acts of kindness. The period of quarantine also shone a spotlight on Liza's philanthropic spirit. Her commitment to community welfare saw her immersed in numerous charity endeavors. Recounting her efforts, she shared, "We started during the pandemic. We would pack relief goods for different barangays around my area. I think I prepared relief goods for over 300 families." Her heart went out especially to the frontliners, the real heroes during this challenging period. She didn't just provide food, but infused it with warmth and affection. "I would even handwrite little notes on them. I feel like more than the food, what they needed at that moment was words of encouragement because they need to know. It's important for them to know that they're not in this battle alone, because it could feel like that. She empathized with their hardships, adding, "I know that they're isolated and they need to stay away from their families because they're battling the coronavirus and they don't want to risk their families getting infected too. So I can only imagine how lonely they must feel, but it's important to encourage them and let them feel that we're all in this together and we're doing our part as citizens of the Philippines and citizens of Earth to help them." That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.